What's going on, everybody? I've got another exciting Final Order Cutoff video to bring to you guys today. We're going to be talking about all of the awesome indie comics that are in their first couple issues that are on Final Order Cutoff this coming Monday, so stay tuned for that. Hey, thank you for watching this video. If you are not a channel member yet and you want to be able to support this channel, please go down and click to the channel page, and then from there navigate to become a channel member. There are a couple different tiers depending on how much you want to support at. Every little bit helps, and every little bit helps us to get more comics, to talk about those comics with you guys, and to bring you more content on this channel. So if that is something that you want to do, please go do that. If not, keep enjoying the content, keep liking, subscribing, leaving us comments. We really appreciate you all. All right, if you are new to this channel and are not subscribed yet, please go hit that button down below and drop a comment below. Let me know what you're looking forward to picking up and pre-ordering on this Final Order Cutoff. Let's talk about these books. We're going to start with Boom Studios. They have a brand new series on Final Order Cutoff this Monday, and that is The Neighbors, #1 from Jude Ellison S. Doyle and Letizia Cardanici. It looks phenomenal. When Janet and Oliver Gowdy move to a quaint mountain town, their daughter Casey becomes part of a horrific chain of events, revealing that their neighbors are anything but what they seem. Soon, an unsettling old woman named Agnes Early fixates on Janet and Oliver's other daughter, 2-year-old Isobel. It becomes clear that it's impossible to know who to trust or who is even still human. Steeped in Irish and English folklore and mythology, Jude Ellison S. Doyle, the writer of Ma, joins artist Letizia Cardanici from House of Slaughter and colorist Alessandro Santoro from Bloom to tread new ground in changeling horror. A tale perfect for fans of Eat the Rich and Nice House on the Lake. And I do have to highlight, there is this amazing Franny variant. Justine Franny just absolutely killed this variant. Just so good. So if you are a fan of Franny's art, please pick this one up because you do not want to miss grabbing this one. And that is it from the top. Like Image Comics, I didn't have anything. There are a couple new things coming from Image, but not things I'm picking up. Not things that I want to talk about today. I'm going to the comics and graphic novel section for a new one from Source Point Press that is set in this brand new horror universe coming from Source Point Press and Garrett Gunn. We have Curse of Cleaver County, #1 from Garrett Gunn and Kit Wallace, set in one of the deadliest fictional locations in the world. Curse of Cleaver County is an ongoing anthology series that follows some of the most grotesque, gruesome, and gore-fueled killers as they haunt, horrify, and harrow the peaceful residents. In this issue, we've got the hooked horror of Harlow. Jennifer Harlow heads home to celebrate the sale of her father's business, but the secrets from Port Harlow's past are about to resurface that threaten everything her family's built over the past 150 years. Looks fantastic. I read the double feature that they put out. I enjoyed it. I'm probably going to pick this up via trade paperbacks, just so I'm not adding a lot of other things to my pull list. But this looks great. I'm really interested in checking out this horror world. So I just wanted to make sure everybody else was aware of it if you want to read it in single issue form. Also coming from Source Point Press on this Final Order Cutoff, we've got Etheris #1. It's a one-shot. It's coming from Anas Abdullah and Dennis Menhir. We had Dennis on the channel a little while ago to talk about this. It is beautiful, beautiful artwork from Dennis. Anas puts such great thought into the poetry that is involved in this story. I love how different this is compared to your typical everyday comic, and it's sad girls all over with this. The joke on Twitter between Anas and Felhound was it was Sad Girl. I think it was Sad Girl Winter with Etheris and We Love You coming out around the same time. This is on FOC, and We Love You is coming out next week. So do check out both of those books. Where do souls go when they don't belong anywhere else? Journey into Etheris, searching for the answer in this introspective character study about pain and self-loathing. For fans of the tales of the afterlife, such as The Lonely Bones and AD After Death. Following Valerie's passing, she finds herself navigating an unknown, perilous world. She tells her story through poetry and narration as she experiences her surroundings while also recalling her past life, her trauma, and why she believes she deserves to be there. Writer Anas Abdullah brings you this harrowing tale of the afterlife with groundbreaking art by Dennis Van edits by Color of Always creator Michelle Abunader, and letters by Ringo-nominated DC Hopkins. Moving on, we got an issue 2 from Vault here that I absolutely loved, issue number 1, and that is for Godfell. Godfell number 2 on Final Order Cutoff here from Christopher, Sabella, and Ben Hennessy. Having taken the first steps of their journey through the corpse of God, Zanzi and Neth are ready for a fight. But nothing has prepared them for the Fellnacht. Living in flesh hotels carved up and down the leg, this apocalypse cult will stop at nothing to turn the soldier and her tagalong into acolytes. This looks like such an epic story. Issue 1 starts that epic, starts us on this journey, and I can't wait to see where this journey takes us into this world. Another one that just had a number 1 come out, number 2 on Final Order Cutoff. This one's coming from Whatnot Publishing. We've got Liquid Kill number 2 of 6 from Max Hoven and Aaron Crow, the creators of It Will Eats What Feeds It, with Gabrielle Umazark on the artwork. It follows a sadist slaughtering group of vigilantes as they encounter pure evil in a blood-soaked cyberpunk future. Written by the creators of It Eats What Feeds It. The rich elites sure like to party, and the staff at a luxurious island hotel ensure their every twisted urge is satisfied, but something depraved is happening on this island. Something vile, and the fun-loving staff are too afraid to ask questions. Luckily, a ruthless team of vigilantes known as Liquid Kill are coming in hot, and they have their own ways of getting to the truth. I really enjoyed issue 1 of that. I think this is the best release so far from Whatnot. I think we've got creators with a proven track record on here, and that helps a lot. It is the best thing I've read so far from Whatnot Publishing. From Sumerian Comics, we've got Neverender, The Final Duel, number 1 of 3 from Devin Kraft. Devin wrapping up the story here in this 3-issue arc. The year is 2x19, and due to breakthroughs in artificial accelerants mankind has taken to the stars. At the edge of civilization, the dominant sport is a civilized sword duel to the death. Top 5 fighters are protected by Saguaro, a talented and tenacious duelist. Team Eaglite is forced to choose which direction to fight after Merrick openly criticizes the Colonial Republic after his previous duel. Dice and Kino equip Neverender for the end game. It was such an emotional end to the last arc, with Merrick having to face off against his girlfriend, lover, who is also in the duel league. And I have a feeling we're going to get a really epic conclusion here. So please pick up the first arc of this. First arc is coming out in trade paperback form this coming New Comic Book Day. And put your orders in for that Final Order Cutoff by this coming Monday. One I got to shout out here because a creator we just had on the channel has a short story in it, is one from Archie Comic Publications, and that's Pop's Chocolate Shop of Horrors, from writers Amy Chase, Jordan Morris, and Ryan Cady, with art by Federico Sabatini, Chris Panda, and the guest we had on just the other night, Liana Kingis. Adam Gorham doing an amazing cover here with a very creepy burger. But it's Pop Tate is the glue holding Riverdale together, whether everyone realizes it or not. His chocolate shop is the beating heart of the city, where everyone can stop in for a delicious bite and some safe haven, even the worst sorts. And not just the run-of-the-mill rapscallions who recently broke the jukebox when a young Riverdale couple, Nick St. Clair and Sherry Time, attempt to dine and dash on the humble small business owner. They quickly discover the fryer grease isn't only heart-stopping thing about Chocolate Shop. From tales of the mystery meat to the unnatural visitors that dine late at the night, this anthology tells stories about the horrors that happen at Riverdale's beloved malt shop and how Pop Tate is at the center of it all, the most powerful figure in Riverdale, providing haven to all sorts of terror and underhanded villainy. And next, we've got a legendary edition of a Scout comic book that has been out. Is super popular. You guys know it. We've had the writer on the channel a few times. Jonathan Hedrick's The Recount is getting a legendary edition over at Scout Comics. I believe what this means, it's the 11 by 17 format. I don't remember if legendary ends up being like an all black and white version or if it is full color on the inside as well, but the cover is black and white. And if you haven't read The Recount, it is a fantastic political thriller that is anti-political. There's no agenda based in this. After assassination of a U.S. president, the conspirators turn their sights on all who helped him get into power. By this, they mean to kill everyone who helped him ascend to the presidency, including the ordinary citizens who elected him, essentially plunging the entire country into civil war. Meanwhile, the vice president, one of the few survivors of the executive branch, struggles to prevent the nation from descending into chaos. It's so good. There also is the Recount preamble that just came out this last year, a fantastic prequel to this story that really explains a lot about our villain of the story. So highly recommend checking that out as if you're able to. And then I have 2 trade paperbacks that are on the Final Order Cutoff here. One is Briar Volume 1 from Christopher Cantwell and German Garcia. It's a dark take on Sleeping Beauty. What if Sleeping Beauty never got her happily ever after and had to save herself instead? This collects issues 1 through 4, and Briar just got turned into an ongoing series. So if you were a fan of this series, this is great news. We've got more Briar coming our way at some point. And over from Mad Cave Studios, we've got A Legacy of Violence, number 1 through 4 being collected in a trade paperback from Colin Bunn and Andrea Moody. Another fantastic horror thriller from Colin Bunn. When Dr. Nicholas Shaw joins a humanitarian medical outfit in Honduras, he hopes to recover from a recent traumatic event and actually help those in need, but something sinister has followed Dr. Shaw here. Something that wants to put his medical skills through a ghastly gauntlet. There's something connected to this young doctor's past and the untold horrors that occurred long before he was born. Collects issues 1 through 4. Andrea Moody's art is just made for horror comics, and it works so well with the story that Colin Bunn is telling here. So highly recommend that as well. So that's 2 trade paperbacks that if you've been, if you've thought, hey, these sound like cool stories, but I don't want to go back and pick them up, Briar is one to go pick up that trade for, and then hop on with issue number 5 when it comes out as well. And Legacy of Violence, do the same thing. Get that first 4-issue trade, or trade read it from here on out. It's fantastic. I think you will not regret going and picking up either of these stories because they're a great time to read. And that's it. That is my picks on Final Order Cutoff today. That cutoff's coming this Monday. It's going to be February 27th. These are the books ordered through the Diamond catalog. I'm not touching the Lunar catalog right now, but these are dates that sometimes they also are over in Lunar and you can order them from both. So the date over in Lunar may be a little bit different. Lunar's Final order cutoff date is always on Sunday instead of Monday, though. So keep that in mind. Let your shop know what you want to pick up. Drop a comment below. Let me know what you're pre-ordering from Final Order Cutoff. And if you're new here and aren't subscribed, go hit that button. Join in on the fun. We got new comic book day videos, Final Order Cutoff videos, lots of such fun interviews. If you have not checked out the Liana Kangas and Sarah Gailey interview yet, please do. We spend 3.5 minutes joking about space slides, and it is a hell of a fun time. So I love doing these interviews, and the guests we have on are just fantastic creators and so much fun. So shout out to our guests that we've had on the channel this year so far. We're at, I think, about 15 guests so far, and we're just going to keep going from here. So as always, collect what you love. We'll see you next time.